Hey friends, this is Marilyn here again. So I have my son and my son's childhood friend, like they've been together forever and ever since kindergarten, and they were telling me, hey, so if you think you're bad at what you do, let's see you do that street nacho, Dorito nacho stuff. And I said, well, I cook and I know I can cook good, and I know there's a bunch of you moms out there and women's out there that knows how to cook, and guys too as well. So I decided to make some ground beef. I actually cooked the ground beef, I pre-made it. They are delicious. But then for someone like me that I work very hard, it's so easy just to go to Publix and buy yourself a nice set of nice ground beef with beans and make it easier for you. I also purchased a bag of Doritos, nacho cheese, and then some boiling hot chips. But if you want, you could do tacky, whatever you want. They at the end said, hey, you know, we don't want that because it's too hot. Then I turned around. I also got some Velveeta. I got myself some of this nice little nacho cheese, medium hot from Taco Bell. And then decided to also get, because, you know, we got to make our life easy, pico de gallo already chopped, onion, tomato, some cilantro. If not, you like it more natural, you do it yourself. But when we're in a rush, we have to resolve, especially when we have hungry kids, you know, trying to eat us too. Got some milk, regular milk, carnation milk. Can't forget your hormone chili beans, because I don't care how you do it, whether you're doing your own little ground beef, you add it on. Whether it's, well, at least with the Publix one, they already did it for you. So I'm gonna start with the ground beef itself. I'm gonna put it, I already had placed it to heat up. I'm just gonna open up this can here and I'm gonna throw it in there and put it in the microwave. Super easy because my ground beef is already seasoned. And with this here, if that was the option, which I'm not gonna show that, I wouldn't have to go and do any of that. While that's happening, before I do that, because it's gonna heat up within 2 or 3 minutes, and I'll stir it up, I'm going to put my Velveeta sheet. I'll cut it up, like about half of it, because I wanna use the whole jar. And it's just my son and his best friend, you know, since they were in kindergarten. And I'm gonna put the whole jar, half of this. And so before I could do that, I have to actually, you know, add some of this carnation milk and regular milk. So if you follow me, you can see. I'm gonna put in a regular pot some of that carnation milk. Just turn it on. There. Pour the whole thing in there. This is because you gotta melt that cheese. And I preheated the milk because I wasn't gonna put it, you know, all. Reheated that. Put this here, and while that's happening there, I'm gonna get this black Velveeta cheese here, and I'm gonna cut it. This should not take that long, especially if you want to give your kids something to eat real quick, where they're going to be happy and full. It should be a fast process. Okay, and you can see that I'm not that good at this. So we got our scissors here. I'm not the professional wrapper opener, but definitely gonna get that cheese. I'm gonna cut it up to make it easier and faster so it can melt faster. Because remember, what we're trying to do is get something delicious in a very short time. Grab this spoon here. Throw it in there. I think that should be enough. And the only reason I don't put the whole one is because it's just for 2 people. If it was for a lot of people, friends and stuff, like a snack. Definitely gonna put all this in there. This one is the Taco Bell nacho cheese, in case you missed it. It is the medium. Taco Bell salsa con queso. What you can do also is instead of, you know, putting your pico de gallo separate, you can actually put it in with this one once everything is melted. I just use this to hold it. Okay, there we go. And then here, I'll just wrap this up. Put it out the way for now. Okay. So now while that's there trying to get nice and melty, what I'm gonna do is, if my ground beef was already cold, I'm gonna go ahead and heat it up. And a little bit, what I'm going to do, don't forget to buy the sour cream. That's one of your toppings if you like sour cream. Open up the Hormel chili. I always get the one with a little bit of beans in it. You have options that some of them say no beans. Give me a spoon. I'm gonna put some of that in here. I don't know what it is with this particular one. I'm not too big on canned beans, but chili or anything like that being canned up, but it really gives it that homey taste, and I gave it that extra deliciousness. And I'm gonna stick this in the microwave. It'll be nice and within a minute and a half too. Well, what is it that you guys not like now that my son and his childhood friend since elementary, they said, I bet you can't do this. How the hell you think you're big and bad in the kitchen? But I said, I bet you I can. So I am going to try my very best to do it, and I know I'm going to do it better than them. So since it is called street nachos, you obviously have to eat it in the bag. So what I did, bought a block of cheese, and I also bought the taco nacho sauce that's in the bottle that's already melted. I got some carnation milk, a can of carnation milk, a little bit of regular milk, put it to heat, melt it all together. You can add whatever you want. If you want to add some pico de gallos in there, some cilantro, some onions, that's all up to you. But in this case, I did not, because I got this here from Publix. It's a pico de gallos already made that I'm going to add on top. I want it separate. And then I'm going to also add some of this nice sour cream. If you feel that you want to do a fast appetizer, some guests came all of a sudden, you don't want a street like, you want it like in a dish, you can do it individually, same concept, same recipe, and then you get yourself some nice chili from Publix. Here it is. I did make some myself. I made some ground beef, and I got some Hormel chili with beans, and I added it on, and that to pick it up a notch or two. So now here is the cheese already melted, which I love. And if you want me to, I can make another video showing you how to do that. And now I'm going to open this up. I'm definitely not going to use these. They're very, very hot. And I'm going to use the scissors, and I'm going to do a little knot here, straight across. Open it up. There we go. All right. Now, this is the most important part, because you layer it the way you want to get layered. Now, obviously, if this was something that many people were going to eat, you would definitely want to put it in a big bowl, put it the way you want to, whether you want to put the nachos first, and then the beef, and then more cheese, and then pico de gallo, however it is that you want to actually mix it. And then you could flip it over and pour a lot of cheese, and that's the whole thing. Oh, there goes my son stealing on Doritos. I have two youngsters here, and they are just laughing away. They're here. They've been fast friends over 15 years since elementary, and I tell you what, all they're thinking about is when I'm going to be done with this. Literally, this is a very fast process. If you think about it, it doesn't take long at all. You know, especially if you buy it already done. It's pretty a done deal. So I want to bring this down so you can really see what I'm doing. Put it there. I'm gonna use my ground beef that I made, because I put a lot of love to it. And so because I was challenged, of course it has to taste really good. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of this delicious ground beef that I made, and like I tell you, I did put a can of Hormel chili beans on there.
What are we doing, rationing?
No, we're not rationing Mr. Smart Butt. That's my smart butt of a son. I had already, you know, put here, and this is supposed to be like a street-like thing. I want to make sure I have gotten every part of it. And so I'm gonna put it all, because you know what, I'm gonna taste this myself, and I like to I like to stop it, Mr. That is, does anyone go through that with their youngest child? The youngest one is the one that's always doing things that the other ones are not allowed to do, and they get away with it. Yeah, that's the youngest one. Okay, so now I did that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get myself some of this cheese here. Now, you know what? If you wanted to make it thicker, you can. You can make the cheese thicker. You don't have to add so much milk. More milk, more, it's obviously a lot more. But remember, this then can get down to the other nachos that are down there. It'll go all the way in. Because you don't want to like get to your very end and then like you have absolutely nothing in the bottom, no cheese. Okay, so we do like a lot of cheese, so I'm putting extra cheese. Good Lord. Okay, so now done that, I got some of the sour cream, Daisy sour cream, but before I add that, I want to put some of this pico de gallo. Okay, guys, look at this. I don't want to put the water. You gotta be careful, guys. Make it all soggy. There you go. It has cilantro, like I told everyone. It has onion, so you don't have to stress out. Literally, you can suddenly get some visitors to come to your house, and then you're like making these things like within a second. Now, I just bought these things, so let me see here. Hold on. I'm gonna open this one up within a minute, especially if you buy the ground beef already made. You know, it doesn't cost much. So, you know, turn around. Ruby, my good old son's friend, does not eat sour cream, but my son does. So one half will be with sour cream, one half will be without. And now with this, I could tell you that it is ready. Obviously, I'm the one that made it, so I'm going to take the first taste. I'm going to taste it first because I'm the one who has to see how this whole thing came out. And so being that, I'm going to take a nice big old piece here with a little sour cream. Normally, you would just, it wouldn't be us that. That's what's called street. You would go like this, take this, and then you just sit on the chair at the table and you start eating it like you're in the streets. But I'm going to taste it now. Let's see. Hold on. I gotta taste it all the way with everything. Very good. Where's my son? If he sees me, continue.
Mikey, come here. Look.
If you don't come,
You're supposed to.
I'm gonna. Did you hear that? I'm going to eat it out. So as you can see, it's delicious. Make it, guys, super fast. Shouldn't take more than 15 minutes. It's super delicious. And it adds up to a meal. It has everything. Love you guys. Talk to you later.